Good evening. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Poonam Burde. Maharashtra elections are going to see many interesting contests. The twists and turns this state has witnessed can hardly be said of any other state in this country. As nominations drew to a close yesterday, a stunner was thrown at the NDA, specifically at the BJP. NCP announced Nawab Malik as its candidate from Mankhurd Shivaji Nagar constituency. Malik's AB form submission took place just 5 minutes before the nomination deadline at 2:55 p.m. It marked a dramatic turn in his election journey because until then, Nawab Malik wanted to contest as an independent. He is a prominent figure in the Ajit Pawar-led NCP. He will now go head-to-head against Samajwadi Party's Abu Azmi in this highly anticipated electoral battle. But that's not the reason why this contest is one to watch out for. Nawab Malik's candidature has no support from the alliance partners. BJP has said that they will not campaign for him come what may. In fact, this seat was given to a Shinde Sena candidate as part of the seat-sharing negotiations. Suresh Krishna Patil, also known as Bullet Patil, is the official Mahayuti candidate from this particular constituency. But Nawab Malik was hell-bent on contesting. He went public with his nomination filing even before NCP confirmed his candidature. He was ready to fight as an independent, like I said, but not one to go down without fighting. Well, this insistence has put the BJP in a tight spot. Malik's alleged links with the Dawood Ibrahim crime syndicate got him arrested in 2022. He was released on bail 17 months later. There's a charge sheet against him as well in the case. The Enforcement Directorate had arrested Nawab Malik on charges of money laundering and active involvement in terror funding back in February in 2022. His alleged links with Dawood Ibrahim and his gang sparked massive uproar. Here's what he is accused of and why him being a part of this particular election campaign brings troubles for the BJP specifically. Nawab Malik entered a property deal with Hasina Parkar, who is Dawood Ibrahim's sister. The Enforcement Directorate alleged that Nawab Malik bought 3 acres of land in Kurla in Mumbai for about 85 lakh rupees, of which 30 lakh was shown in the sale agreement and the rest was paid in cash. Enforcement Directorate alleged that the registered value of the property was much lower than the prevailing market rate. The agency also claimed that Hasina Parkar transferred her interest in the property held through her associate Salim Patel for the beneficial interests of Malik in 2005. They believe that the land was originally owned by Munira Plumber. It was usurped by Nawab Malik and Hasina Parkar. Salim Patel was the frontman then. He too has underworld links. The Enforcement Directorate claims that Nawab Malik introduced fake tenants for lowering the registry value of the land, and that's how he ended up getting a much better rate, much lower than the market rate. Now, in the course of the investigation and the subsequent hearings in the case, here's what a special court observed against Nawab Malik. This is what the court said, that D-gang members and Nawab Malik connived together to usurp this particular property in question, which is in Kurla West. They executed legal documents to put a facade of genuinity over the criminal act. Nawab Malik and Hasina Parkar entered into a criminal conspiracy, is what the special court had observed back then. Nawab Malik agreed to pay 55 lakh rupees to Hasina Parkar, 1 lakh to Salim Patel, the frontman who got this deal done, and 5 lakhs to an individual called Sardar Khan. It was observed by the court that Nawab Malik occupied this Kurla general store illegally. He used his clout and political muscle to ensure that he maintained his clout there or his power on that land. Nawab Malik misguided the owner. He took this shed in Goawala compound to acquired it via one of his companies that's named in the charge sheet as well. Now, the NCP was under pressure to not give this nomination to Nawab Malik, which is why, like I said, up until 2:55 p.m., 5 minutes before that nomination window closed yesterday, there was no word on his candidature. At 2:55, he has a form from the NCP. He goes and files it as the NCP's candidate. The Ajit Pawar faction has been under criticism. Not just from its allies, but Ajit Pawar himself has been under criticism from close quarters, from within his own party, who feel that he's been compromising a little too much in this alliance. One of the reasons why we think that Ajit Pawar went ahead with giving Nawab Malik a ticket despite the opposition, and a very public one that has come to the fore, is that Nawab Malik is one of the top 5 leaders of his party. He needs to show that his party people still have a place as far as the alliance goes. Pawar Jr. did not want to risk the optics of a complete surrender, as some of his close colleagues have warned him against. He had to assert himself somewhere, and this instance seemed to be the best way for him to do it. Now, in the recently concluded Lok Sabha elections, the NCP was allowed to contest only 4 seats. In the assembly elections that are going to be held next month, they got the smallest share, even though they bring the same amount of MLAs to the table as Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and his Shiv Sena brings. Now, Nawab Malik is also a prominent Muslim face. Ajit Pawar believes that the backing of that community is much needed because it's that community's support which they lost cost them dearly in the recently concluded Lok Sabha elections. What they also hope to do is to redeem themselves from that Lok Sabha performance. Many said the fact that he broke the party has not gone down too well with the electorate, and that's something that cost him. This is a chance for Ajit Pawar to prove otherwise, that despite criticisms, objections and reservations even from his allies, he still has the power to ensure electoral success. So as the NCP fields Nawab Malik and goes ahead with this, is this something that could hurt the NDA or the Mahayuti in Maharashtra, specifically the BJP? That's what we ask on Plain Speak tonight.
भारतीय जनता पक्ष नवाब मलिक यांचा प्रचार करणार नाही, प्रचार करण्याचा विषय येत नाही. आमची भूमिका दाऊद आणि दाऊदशी रिलेटेड केस या संदर्भातल्या व्यक्तीच्या प्रचाराची नाही.
Definitely, I am very much sure that people are with me, whether the parties or leaders are opposing me. The voters are supporting me. I am very much confident that I am going to contest this election and the people will vote for me and definitely we will win the constituency.
नहीं, इस पर एकनाथ शिंदे जी जवाब दे, क्योंकि वो दाऊद के पार्टनर को गले नहीं मिल सकते थे, किसी जो दाऊद से संबंध है उसके बाजू में नहीं बैठ सकते थे. फिर इकबाल मिर्ची का क्या हुआ, फिर दाऊद के पार्टनर का क्या हुआ, ये एकनाथ शिंदे जवाब दे. क्योंकि ये सारी जो बातें उन्होंने की थी तब वो सिर्फ खुद के स्वार्थ के लिए थी और खुद को जेल में नहीं जाना था, इसलिए उन्होंने पलटी खाई, भाग के गए थे गुजरात.
Let's open this up. Rohan Gupta, spokesperson of the BJP, will be joining us shortly. Brijmohan Srivastav, National General Secretary and Chief Spokesperson of the NCP, the Ajit Pawar faction, is with us. Matthew Antony, spokesperson of the Congress, and Rohit Chandavarkar, journalist, joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Brijmohan, let me begin by asking you, why has your party decided to give this ticket to Nawab Malik despite both the Shiv Sena and the BJP being against it?
Actually, when we joined NDA, at that time, Nawab Malik was also with us and he was the MLA at the time. So it's nothing new that why we have proposed his name or why we have given ticket to him. It was his right and he was working with us since last so many years. So, and he's a very popular leader in that locality. So we have chosen him as our candidate. So I personally feel, and our parties also feel it, that it is nothing otherwise. It's no doubt the BJP is having reservation for him. So we will discuss this matter with them also, and we will find some solution of it, because today.
But what is the solution now? Now there are two candidates from the same alliance, which is you and the Shiv Sena, on the same ticket. Nominations have been filed already. If the conversation had to happen, it should have happened before these nominations were filed.
No. The fourth is a date of withdrawal. So we are having sufficient time to discuss our issues and we will resolve it. No, we personally feel that there is no difference between us and the Adani Eknath Shinde Sahab. We will discuss this thing and we will find the way. So we personally feel it is not a so big issue and it will not affect our Mahayuti unity. We will contest jointly and 100% we are going to form government in Maharashtra. It's no doubt in it.
Sir, this is a leader that one of your alliance partners has likened to a traitor because he worked with terrorists. You think that's not a big issue?
It is an allegation on him. It is not proven. It is under the trial. And before any verdict, if we declare him as a traitor or we declare him as a convicted
Sure, but the
person
BJP's views hadn't changed from 2 years ago to now, isn't it? The BJP believes
cannot.
that even now, which is why the BJP has categorically said we're not going to come out and campaign for this candidate.
Actually, we cannot change their views, and they cannot change our views regarding Nawab Malik Sahab. So we have taken our decision, and now we will discuss with Eknath Shinde Sahab, and we are sure that we will find the way. I think it is not a big problem. Mahayuti will contest jointly, and we are one candidate will contest from there.
So you're hoping that the Shiv Sena candidate backs out, because Nawab Malik doesn't seem to be wanting to back out, because if you get him to back out on your ticket, he's definitely going to contest as an independent. That's something
We
that
will
he's
find-
made clear.
We will find the way, and I personally feel it is not a big issue. Shiv Sena has also filed one candidate and against Sana Malik ji. So it will be discussed properly, and we will find the way.
We'll find the way, but Rohit Chandavarkar, is the damage already done? Because the BJP seems like it has been, which is why the BJP has washed its hands completely of this candidate and any conversation around it.
You're right. The damage to some extent has been done in terms of the optics and the relations between BJP and Ajit Pawar. And let me draw your attention to the fact that in some of the latest advertisements of Ladki Bahin Yojana or some other schemes like providing direct benefit transfer to farmers, etc., Ajit Pawar's face recently has not been seen in the video advertisement. So there is some kind of rift that we can see between the BJP and Ajit Pawar in any case. Just over a year ago, just little under a year ago, in December of 2023, BJP leader Devendra Fadnavis had written an official letter on his letterhead to Ajit Pawar saying that the NCP should refrain from fielding Nawab Malik or supporting him, etc. And he had mentioned that there is nothing personal, but there are serious allegations against this leader, and the BJP, the NCP, should refrain from supporting him or giving him any important position, etc. 1 year down the line, just about 11 months, 10 months down the line, we see that this leader has been fielded as a official NCP candidate in Mumbai, Shivajinagar Mankhurd constituency. That is because obviously Ajit Pawar does not want to lose any of the seats that he's been given, 51 seats that he wants to contest. And the fight for him is tough.
53.
And he repeatedly, he's been saying last few weeks in all his rallies that he upholds the secular values that he's upholding for the last 30 years of his political career. He's kept repeatedly saying that he will follow Phule Shahu Ambedkar's path, which is the left of center path. In 2 or 3 rallies, he was seen saying all this. And for him, the Muslim votes, the minority votes in Mumbai are very important. 2 constituencies, one given to Nawab Malik's daughter Sana, which is Anushakti Nagar, and one given to Nawab Malik. These 2 are very important. Plus, I want to draw attention, last point, is that Nawab Malik is also faced in Marathwada region. He's campaigned in Marathwada region earlier, traveled there. He has a hold there in some of the constituencies. And the NCP
So
under
you're
Ajit
saying it's
Pawar,
a
I'm
tactical
sure, wants
move.
to use,
They know what the
NCP,
risks come with this.
Last line. The NCP wants to use that face all over Maharashtra, not just in Mumbai.
Sure.
it's
So
very
you're
crucial
saying
for
that they
Ajit
know the
Pawar.
risks that it comes with, but they still want to take their chances.
That's right. That's right.
Matthew Anthony, how do you think this is going to fare for the Aghadi then? Because even in the Aghadi, there has been fights over candidates. In this particular seat where Nawab Malik is, Abu Azmi is going to be contesting against him. And Abu Azmi has spelled fair share of trouble for the Aghadi and the Congress as well.
We'll come to that later, Poonam. Let me answer a couple of things in the beginning. When Nawab Malik was with the unsplit NCP, was taking on the BJP and Fadnavis against Anil Deshmukh's arrest at that point of time, when he was a home minister. That was when it all started. And then the allegations came that he is linked to the D company and everything like that. Then he joined the Ajit Pawar faction of it. Now, it is BJP's doing. It is coming back to them itself. Whether it is proved or alleged, BJP claims that he's a D gang member. He is related to the D gang. And now, it has to, as what the spokesperson of Ajit Pawar faction said, that it is not proved. So they all started it when Nawab Malik was in the MVA, and it continued there. Now, Ashish Shelar and Devendra Fadnavis was very vocal about not being done from the Ajit Pawar side. Yet it was done, and now they're saying they are not campaigning for them, but they are still with them. Do they have the guts to put the Ajit Pawar faction out of the Mahayuti for this, if they are very principally oriented to what they are saying about this? Or they will just keep, just the statements, just the vocal statements, and still continue with the Ajit Pawar faction as a Mahayuti alliance partner. So that's a question to the BJP.
Sure.
And how much will the Ajit Pawar faction compromise on their self-respect to take on such kind of insults from the BJP on abusing one of their leader as well as their faction and short-sizing them on this one? For BJP, it is not too much new because, they accused Ashok Chavan of Adarsh, and when they moved Ashok Chavan into BJP, it's nothing there. They accused Praful Patel of again a link with the D gang, as well as a lot of other corruption. When he moved that side, he was made free. Chhagan Bhujbal. Then Ajit Pawar himself was charged for 70,000 crores. And nothing happened to Ajit Pawar also. So this is where we are just showcasing how BJP's character is. There are no principles of politics for BJP. They just need to clinch to power. And that's exactly what is being shown here. If they have any kind of principle to which what they are holding on to, then they should cut all their ties with the Ajit Pawar faction for doing this, even after, despite, just like how your editor mentioned, that there was a written letter from Devendra Fadnavis not to have any kind of an associationship with Nawab Malik.
Sure, but if there is an understanding between all three partners, as is being claimed by many quarters as well, that they know what risk this comes with. It's a strategic call that has been taken. Then where does that leave the Mahavikas Aghadi? That was my question to you.
In a question of principles of corruption, which they say, especially to a terrorist gang, is it the strategic decision or it's a principal decision where they have to take a bold decision? I didn't interrupt anyone else.
Sure, and China NC joins us as well. And China NC, the criticism today that both your former party, the BJP, and your now party, the Shiv Sena, have had against Nawab Malik stands from back in 2022 to now. Can you just, by saying that we won't campaign for him, does that make everything okay within the alliance?
Yes, it does. Because if we were campaigning for him, then you have every reason to question and pose question after question. But it is the Shiv Sena, Eknath Shinde ji, and the Bharatiya Janata Party and Devendra Fadnavis ji that have chosen not to campaign for Nawab Malik. Now, if his party chooses to give him a ticket, it is their prerogative to face the voter with the repercussions of it or the acceptability of it. We are not here sitting on judgment on an alliance party. We are definitely going to speak up and say that we will not campaign for Nawab Malik. And that has been done and announced by the Mahayuti allies. And whether it is the Shiv Sena or the BJP, nobody is going to go and propagate Nawab Malik's name or his candidature in his constituency or in and around.
But that's not enough, isn't it? Because the message that is being sent out to the voter is that you are guilty by association.
I think that guilt, obviously, and if there are questions which come up, need to be proven in a court of law. I'm not going to sit here and sermonize or sit on judgment. And I don't want to ever, seek any kind of speculative comment on this particular issue. We are all busy with our individual campaigns. We are all busy with elections. And I don't think anybody is going to go out of their way to even talk about what the NCP chooses to do by fielding a particular candidate, which is an absolute no-no for us. So having said
but China NC, sorry to interrupt you there. Sorry to interrupt you. Just a minute, Matthew Anthony. But China NC, let me interrupt you there because I want to ask you this. You may say this is the NCP's prerogative of who they want to field where, but it wasn't. Because Nawab Malik filed his nomination after this seat as part of seat sharing talks was given to your party, who fielded a candidate, filed their nomination, and then 5 minutes before the deadline, Nawab Malik on an NCP AB form has gone and filed his nomination. So this is not about that particular party's prerogative because that seat was never given to them.
Look, I don't want to get into speculative commentary. In fact, I thought that the topic is our election campaign, which we are all working on. So this question is best answered by the NCP and the leadership of the Mahayuti. I'm very, very clear that everybody needs to lead by example, and it is the people of India and the voters of Maharashtra that will decide and determine Mr. Malik's fate.
The voters will decide Mr. Malik's fate. Matthew Anthony,
Poonam.
the Shiv Sena and the BJP don't believe this is going to have any effect on them.
Poonam, I understand China's position because she's contesting from Mumbai Devi. Well, there's a large Muslim population and she cannot comment on Nawab Malik either on the D gang allegation. But a few days back, she would have vociferously put a word against Nawab Malik because BJP was completely against Nawab Malik and a letter was issued by Devendra Fadnavis. And the question here is, again I repeat, that just by making a very arm's length comment, it doesn't make that one because you are very clear as an alliance that you don't want any kind of an associationship with Nawab Malik, who is being alleged to have any associationship with the D company or a D gang. Now, the question to you is whether the BJP or the Eknath Shinde group is willing to disassociate with Ajit Pawar NCP because they have crossed all the lines of communication. They have crossed all the lines of alliance treat, whereby which Nawab Malik should not have been fielded. Why is there not an opinion about this from the Shinde side, represented by Shaina right now here? Why do you want to stay away from it? Because you have made a vociferous comment against Nawab Malik and the D gang when a few days back. And why do you want to stay away from it right now? It is a matter of question because Ashish Shelar and Devendra Fadnavis and Shinde was very clear that Nawab Malik will not be given a seat. Or now any associationship with Nawab Malik should not be kind of entertained by the Ajit faction side, Ajit Pawar faction side. I would like to hear from them.
China NC, is this something that calls for a larger discussion or conversation within the alliance, or is this a one-off instance that you want to let go? Because the opposition says it's just a convenient way of getting away.
No, I don't want to sit here and comment on another party. Obviously, our party leads by example. And when I say our party, I mean the Shiv Sena, because there has been no controversial candidate as has been with the BJP. So as far as the Mahayuti is concerned, if you have slight hiccups or speed breakers, it is for the leadership to sit and take cognizance of it and come up with whatever defense they want or no defense that they want. And for the voter, more importantly, to accept or to not accept. We are not compromising with our values and principles, and we will not continue to do so even in the days to come. And I think that what the opposition is mocking is the fact that they are going to be in such a compromised position. They are not going to have any future in Maharashtra. And that is why they need to actually pull up their socks and come up with some kind of a vision plan, which they don't have. So that's why they only choose to comment on individual cases or individual candidates, which is also their right. But I don't think that can be the narrative of this election.
So you're saying principally you do not agree with this ticket being given to Nawab Malik or Nawab Malik contesting elections from a party that is in your alliance? Because Brijmohan Srivastav, just a short while ago before you joined, was saying this is not such a big deal. These are just it's in the realm of allegations, nothing is proven. He's a victim.
Yes, very correct. Nothing has proved till today. He was in jail more than 15 months.
I'll get you in, but China NC, that question was for you.
Yeah, I do concede that you have to be proven in a court of law. And if there is evidence substantive to prove so, let the honorable courts decide. But I am not sitting here in judgment or commenting about a candidate of a alliance party, which is not within my purview. As I said, I thought that this debate is all about our elections and how we are all campaigning. And as you see, we are all in campaign mode. It is the verdict of the people of India and the people of Maharashtra. And I'm sure they're going to repose their faith in the Mahayuti as far as individual candidates is concerned. It's better as the party they are representing.
Brijmohan Srivastav, is that something that you believe too, that this is not something that could affect the fortunes of the Mahayuti at all?
Yes, totally aligned. We believe in it. Mahayuti is working jointly in Maharashtra to face this election. One candidate will not affect the total unity of the Mahayuti. This is loud and clear. and we are united. We are working with each other. No doubt, BJP leadership has told that they will not campaign for Nawab Malik Saab. It's okay. We will. He is quite capable person, and our party is quite capable in that constancy. We will campaign for him, and let the people decide whether they support or not. But still, I want to say we are discussing this matter too early. There is a time of withdrawal. Let's things come, then we will discuss this matter also. No issue.
Let the things come, because China NC, that will be the time when your party's candidate will have to withdraw as per the NCP, because Nawab Malik isn't going anywhere.
Shaina ji has also already spoken this thing. It will be decided by our leadership, not by me or Shaina ji.
Sure, I'm sure it won't be decided by you or them, but I don't think they would want to concede the seat to you either, Shaina NC. Because as far as the seat sharing talks went, the seat went to the Shiv Sena. But now if the NCP wants you in good faith to give up the seat because Nawab Malik they think is a good candidate for that seat, would the Shiv Sena be willing to give up the seat?
I'm not in a position to answer that question. As I said, it's always the Mahayuti leadership that sits and discusses, deliberates, and unlike the Mahavinash Agadi that washes its dirty linen in public, with Mr. Raut commenting on, Nana Patole every single day, commenting on the Congress's ideology and then sleeping with the enemy. We have a set of principles here, which is a democratic process. Yes, of course. So the question is that when you have a particular case which pertains to a particular party, it's best to get the response from the NCP.
Sure. Rohit Chandavarkar, the politics of convenience or alliance of convenience is an allegation that the BJP has faced in the past as well. Is that something that could impact their fortunes, especially the BJP's in the upcoming elections?
I think you have hit the nail on its head. I mean, you just said it. It's true for all parties, all alliances, because we see, whatever has happened in Maharashtra since 2019 is kind of totally unbelievable. I mean, who's forming alliances with whom and who had criticized whom in the past, etc. is, a very complicated game. This just shows, this case, the latest case that we are discussing today, just shows how practical the politics has become, and how diplomatic parties can get, and how nothing is permanent, and how everything is shifting all the time. And after polls, let me tell you, after the polling happens and after the results come out, you might see another formation, another set of arguments being tossed up and all of that. It just shows, I mean, the larger picture for your viewers that I want to highlight is it just shows how desperate some of the parties are in terms of getting each and every seat that they are contesting, and it also highlights how they are willing to go to any extent and do anything with their alliance partner, allow it on one side, then diplomatically say that we are not part of it, we will not campaign on the other side, etc., etc. So you will see. I mean, we have been watching this in Maharashtra politics for a long time in the recent past, and I think it's going to continue, and you might see some more surprises, some more stunning things happening after polling happens and the results come out.
Why even go till then? We'll probably find out what happens to this particular seat before 4th, when the date of withdrawal is. Which camp between the two in this particular alliance has to give up, or neither, and go up against each other, and what that result would then throw up. That will be interesting to see as well. But I'm out of time and I have to leave it there. I thank you all for joining us here on this edition of Plain Speak. Time for a quick break on this edition.